Hello students, today's topic is virus, viroids and lichens. So we will start with first viruses. Viruses are still biologist puzzles. Why they are called biologist puzzle? Because they are neither living nor non-living. They show some characteristics of living and some other characteristics of non-living. That's why they are considered as biologist puzzle. And these are not classified in a RH Whittaker classification because of the reason because they are not discovered up to the 19th century. They are discovered in firstly in the 19th century. So viruses are microscopic acellular, means they are not made up of cell, and if they are not made up of cell they are not considered as living. Infecting means they are parasitic and causes infection. Infecting agents. These are mostly obligate parasites that causes harm to their host. These living cells are inactive in the environment, but when they attack their host, either living host, either plant, animal or any other organism, it may be bacteria, then they uses the host machinery to reproduce or to replicate, and that's why they are considered living in the host body. So viruses are microscopic acellular and infecting agents, but not classified in a RH Whittaker classification because they are not discovered till 19th century because of their microscopic and acellular structure. They are discovered in the 19th century by a scientist, Ivansky. When these microscopic viruses attacked the commercial tobacco crop, and then Ivansky isolated a infecting microorganisms from tobacco and named it as tobacco mosaic virus, or in short we can say TMV, tobacco mosaic virus. And then later on Bengerink isolated a fluid from the same infected tobacco plant and named it as a Contagium vivum falcium, that is infecting living fluid that also affects the healthy plant. Means this fluid obtained from the infected tobacco plant can affect the healthy tobacco plants also. So these are the microorganisms that contain some fluid. That fluid also causes infection to healthy plants. And then Stanley crystallizes tobacco mosaic virus, and for that he got a Nobel Prize. And after this a new branch of biology is started, that is called virology. The study of virus is called virology. Means the study of virus starts with the discovery of tobacco mosaic virus in the 19th century, and they are not classified in under any category of the living organism because they show some characters of living and some other of non-living. So let's study the structure of the virus. How virus looks. It is non-cellular. Then how it replicates in the human body or any host body. So structure of virus. Virus has outer protein coat. It has a one covering of protein. That covering is called capsid, and this capsid is made up of small polymer. It may be a polymer of small proteins called capsomeres and genetic material. Due to presence of this genetic material, they are infecting. They can infect the living cell. They infect living cell and utilizes their ribosomes and other proteins to replicate. Now this protein outer covering of the bacteria can be in the form of helical shape or polyhedron shape. In helical shape, see, suppose this is a capsid having a capsomeres arranged helically over it. These are capsomeres arranged helically, and the example of this is tobacco mosaic virus. And then polyhedron virus example is bacteriophage. And here the protein coat is in the form of some polyhedron. Clear? Now the genetic material. Genetic material in a viruses can be RNA. In some viruses it is RNA, and in some viruses it is DNA. And these virus and DNA can be single stranded or double stranded. It is generally seen that in the viruses that attack plant cell, वो virus जो plant cell पे attack कर रहे हैं, having a single stranded RNA as a genetic material, while the viruses that attack animal cell may have single stranded RNA or double stranded RNA or single stranded DNA or RNA. It can be any type of genetic material. This is actually the infecting part of virus. This protein coat provides covering, and in some virus also with this protein covering one envelope is also present. One envelope is also present. Those viruses in which this envelope is present is called envelope protein, and in which this envelope is absent, they are called naked proteins, naked viruses. Here also enveloped viruses. Now one more term is there, retrovirus. Retroviruses are those viruses that attack the human body or any host having a RNA as genetic material. Means when they attack the host, they are having a RNA as a genetic material, but when they enters the host body, they are changes into the DNA and get incorporated in the DNA of the host. How they converted into DNA? With the help of process reverse transcription. When RNA is converted to DNA, it is called reverse transcription, and for reverse transcription enzyme is used, reverse transcriptase, and these viruses utilize that reverse transcriptase enzyme from the host and convert them into a DNA, and this DNA get incorporated in the host DNA. For example, HIV virus is a retrovirus. HIV, human immunodeficiency virus that causes AIDS. Now, the classes of viruses. There are generally two classes of virus. One is tobacco mosaic virus and another is bacteriophage. Bacteriophage are those viruses that attack bacterial cell. So this is about the viruses. There are so many viruses that attacks the plants as well as the humans. If we talk about the humans, HIV, the human immunodeficiency virus that causes AIDS, and one is rhinovirus that causes common cold. So I am writing here, one is HIV virus that causes AIDS, and it is retrovirus having a RNA as genetic material, but when attacks the host body, converted into the DNA with the help of reverse transcription. Second is rhinovirus that causes common cold, that block the respiratory tract, and though the most effective virus is nowadays is coronavirus. Corona is a family of a virus that causes various diseases. In the late 19th century, it causes a disease SARS. SARS served acute respiratory syndrome, in which a mucus is filled in a respiratory tract and it blocks the pathway of respiratory tract and leads to the death of an individual. So this is SARS virus. And nowadays one more virus of the coronavirus family is COVID-19. Why it is named COVID-19? Coronavirus causing disease, and find out in year 2019. That's why it is COVID-19, and it also causes infection through droplets. It is not a airborne disease. It only causes an infection through droplets. When we sneeze, the person suffering from this COVID-19 sneeze or cough, droplets are released, and that droplets, as having high molecular weight, cannot move from one place to another place in a air more than 1 meter of distance. They only settle down on the various surfaces, and through that droplets can be transmitted to some other organism also. And T.O. Danier in 1971 discovered one more smaller organism than the viruses, that is viroids. What are viroids now? These viroids are viruses without protein coat. Viruses that lack protein coat and infects the various living organisms are called viroid, or we can say the infecting part of a virus is viroid. Now we will study about the lichens. Lichens are symbiotic relation between algae and fungus. Symbiotic relationship, we know that when two organisms live together and benefited each other. तो अब यहाँ algae और fungus एक दूसरे को किस तरह से benefit कर रहे हैं? Algae being photosynthetic in nature provide food to the fungal, or fungus is filamentous in nature, spreads easily, helps in absorption of nutrients from the soil or the surface on which they are growing, or also we can say provide shelter to the algae. That's why they both are getting benefited to each other. Such a type of symbiotic relationship is called lichens. Now these lichens are also known as pollution indicators. Why? Because these lichens only grow in a pollution free area, means where the pollution is not there, they grow only in that places only. इसका मतलब जिस एरिया में लाइकन्स हमें मिलेंगे वो पोल्यूशन फ्री एरिया, दैट इज़ द हिल्स, और हमारे जो नॉर्मल प्लेन एरियाज हैं जहाँ बहुत ज़्यादा ट्रैफिक है, पोल्यूशन है, वहाँ लाइकन्स हमें नहीं मिलेंगे. एंड द algal portion of a lichens is known as mycobiont, and the fungal portion of a the algal portion of a fungus lichens is known as phycobiont. Phycobiont means having a pigment that helps in the photosynthesis and provide food, and mycobiont as study of fungus is mycology, mycobiont. Phycobiont and mycobiont are the two portions of the lichens. In phycobiont portion, that is algae that provide food, and mycobiont portion helps in absorption of nutrients from the soil or the surface where they are growing, and also provide shelter. So this is all about the virus, viroids and lichens.